Emerging from the restless sea, the island stands like a silent sentinel, its jagged cliffs and shadowy silhouette warning all who approach. Surrounded by turbulent waters, it remains cut off from the world, as if nature itself intended to keep its secrets locked away. Cloaked in a near-perpetual fog, the island is veiled in a mist that rarely lifts. The haze wraps around every tree and stone, muffling sound and swallowing light, casting the land in an eerie, timeless gloom, a secret the ocean refuses to reveal. The air hangs thick and oppressive, almost toxic, as if the island itself exhales a quiet warning. Each inhale fills you with a clammy unease, and the deeper you venture, the more the atmosphere closes in, laden with the scent of rot and something unspoken. Gnarled trees arch over narrow trails, their roots digging deep into the black earth. Nothing here offers comfort. Branches seem to reach out, and the ground feels treacherous beneath your feet, as if the land resents your intrusion. Every step is a reminder, you are unwelcome in this unforgiving place. As dawn breaks, the cries of seabirds cut through the mist, sharp, solitary notes that pierce the silence. They circle high above, never lingering long, as if they too sense the peril that lies below. Beneath their calls, another sound persists, a low, unnerving rumble that seems to rise from the earth itself. It chills the spine, a constant reminder that you are never truly alone here. It's the whisper of snakes, gliding over rocks and through fallen leaves, their movements swift and silent. They slip through the undergrowth, always watching, their presence felt even when unseen. Their scales catch the dim light, glimmering like tiny shards of glass in the gloom. Every flicker draws your eye, a constant warning of the danger lurking just out of sight. The earth itself seems to writhe, alive with their restless movement. It's as if the ground is a living, shifting mass of scales and silent threat, making each step a risk. The island's true name is all but forgotten. Weathered signs have faded, and on maps it's little more than a blank, an empty space best left alone. Locals utter only one name, Jodoku, the Isle of Poison. It's spoken in whispers, passed quietly from one to another, as if saying it aloud might invite the island's curse. They claim the land is cursed, that nothing good can take root here, and that those who set foot on its soil are forever changed. Tales of vanished travelers and strange sicknesses haunt the nearby villages. Even the boldest fishermen steer clear, giving the island a wide berth. Their boats never anchor here, and their nets are cast far from its reach, wary of what might surface from the depths. Yet, once, this forsaken place was chosen for a purpose. In distant cities, officials pored over maps and documents, searching for a spot that would not be missed. A decision made in a faraway boardroom would unleash a terror no one could foresee. What began as a calculated move would soon spiral into a nightmare, forever linking Jodoku to its legacy of darkness, a realm of shadows, secrets, and silent menace. 25 years ago, Japan faced a crisis unlike any it had seen before. The nation was gripped by fear and uncertainty as a silent threat crept across its rural heartlands. Venomous snake numbers surged across the region, slithering into villages and fields. Crops failed as farmers struggled to protect their land. Children died from snake bites, and families mourned their losses. Desperation grew with each passing day, as the balance between people and nature seemed to tip dangerously out of control. Then, in the midst of chaos, a radical plan took shape. Government leaders, scientists, and local officials gathered to devise a solution that had never been tried before. Authorities assembled a specialized team of snake killers, men and women trained to hunt, capture, and destroy the deadly serpents. They were equipped with the latest tools and knowledge, ready to face the challenge head-on. These snake killers were sent to Jodoku Island, a remote and mysterious place where the snake problem was at its worst. Their mission was simple in theory but daunting in practice. Clear the island of its snakes, no matter how many or how well hidden. They were also tasked with making the island safe for people again, and testing new methods that could be used across the country if they succeeded. The government promised rewards, recognition, and even glory to those who succeeded in this dangerous mission. The stakes were high, and the pressure immense. The world watched, both curious and uneasy, as news of Japan's bold experiment spread across continents. Would this be a triumph of human ingenuity, or a cautionary tale? The snake killers landed with fanfare. Helicopters thundered overhead and news cameras rolled, capturing every tense moment as the team prepared to enter the unknown. They brought with them an arsenal of traps, poisons, and fire, tools of both science and survival, ready to battle the island's hidden dangers. For a brief moment, hope seemed real. The team felt united, determined and perhaps even invincible as the sun rose over Jidoku Island. Around the world, people believed that humans could finally bend nature to their will, conquering even the most dangerous threats with courage and innovation. But the island was watching, its secrets hidden deep within the tangled jungle and shadowy undergrowth, and it would not give up its secrets so easily. The true test was only just beginning. In the early days, the snake killers found success. They moved swiftly through the forest, capturing and killing hundreds of snakes. Fires burned at night, lighting up the trees with an eerie orange glow. Every week the team sent back reports, victories, statistics, stories of bravery. Locals on the mainland relaxed, the threat seemed to fade, children played in fields again, the government celebrated, newspapers praised the heroes of Jidoku. For a while it seemed the island was tamed, but beneath the surface danger grew. The snakes that remained were the strongest and most cunning. They hid deep underground or high in the trees. Some mutated, growing larger and more aggressive. The killers found their traps empty, their poisons useless. By the third year, the island had changed. The hunters became the hunted, and the nightmare was only beginning. One stormy night, everything changed. A team of snake killers vanished without a trace. Their radios crackled with desperate cries, then fell silent. Search parties found only shredded gear and a trail of blood. Fear spread like wildfire. The snakes began to strike back. They moved in packs, attacking camps and destroying supplies. The killers, once fearless, now slept in terror. Some broke down, refusing to leave their tents. Others tried to escape, only to disappear into the shadows. The government sent reinforcements, but the island swallowed them whole. Helicopters circled above, afraid to land. The media stopped reporting. Hope gave way to horror. Jidoku Island was lost, cut off from the outside world by a wall of nightmares. The snake killer's mission had failed, but the real horror was yet to come. As years passed, the island changed. The snakes grew larger and more aggressive. Some developed strange colors and deadly new venoms. Scientists argued, had the stress of hunting triggered these mutations, or was the island itself a place of ancient power? Stories spread on the mainland. Fishermen spoke of giant snakes rising from the waves. Lights flickered in the trees at night. Some said they were the ghosts of the lost snake killers. The island became a place of legend, where monsters ruled and humans vanished. Researchers begged for permission to study the island. The government refused. Too dangerous, they said, too many secrets. Over time, Jidoku became a forbidden zone, marked on maps with skulls and warnings. Yet rumors persisted that something even worse was brewing on the island, something that could not be contained forever. After 20 years, the terror of Jidoku could no longer be contained. During a violent typhoon, debris from the island washed ashore on the mainland. With it came eggs, snake eggs, glistening and alive. Within weeks, venomous hatchlings slithered into villages, biting livestock and children. Panic swept through the coastal towns. Hospitals overflowed with victims. The government imposed curfews and sent in the army. Locals barricaded their homes, armed with sticks and homemade traps. Old fears returned, stronger than ever. Some blamed the authorities for ever interfering with the island. Others demanded a final solution: burn Jidoku to the ground. But the snakes proved impossible to stop. They multiplied, spreading terror far beyond the island's shores. For the people, the nightmare was now at their doorstep, and still, no one dared set foot on the Isle of Poison. The disaster reached beyond human suffering. With the snake's predators gone, the island's ecosystem collapsed. Birds vanished, small mammals disappeared, insects swarmed unchecked, devouring crops and trees. The forest, once lush, became a twisted wasteland. Scientists warned of a domino effect. The loss of balance on Jidoku sent shockwaves through the region. New pests invaded the mainland. Disease spread among animals and people. The land itself seemed poisoned, unable to recover. In a desperate attempt, authorities tried to reintroduce predators and restore order, but the damage was done. Nothing could undo the chaos unleashed by those first fateful decisions. Nature, it seemed, would always find a way to punish hubris. Today, Jidoku Island remains off-limits, shrouded in secrecy and caution. No one dares to set foot on its haunted shores, and the only visitors are the swirling mists and the restless waves that lap at its boundaries. Its secrets are buried beneath layers of mist and fear, hidden from the world and protected by the very dangers that once drew people here. The island's silence is heavy, as if it remembers every mistake made upon its soil. The story of the snake killers is told as a warning, a lesson in what happens when humans try to control forces they do not understand. The villagers still whisper about the past, passing down tales of tragedy and hubris to their children, hoping the next generation will heed the warnings their ancestors ignored. Scholars debate what could have been done differently. Some argue for scientific intervention, while others insist that humility and respect for nature should have guided every decision. Some say patience was needed, not violence. They believe that understanding the island's ecosystem, rather than trying to dominate it, might have led to a peaceful coexistence. Others argue that leaving the island alone would have saved countless lives. They see Jidoku as a place that was never meant to be tamed, a wild sanctuary that demanded respect, not conquest. All agree on one point: nature's balance is fragile, and every action has a price. The smallest interference can ripple outward, causing consequences no one can predict or control. For the people living near Jidoku, the terror is not just a story, it is a scar that will never heal. The memories linger in every anxious glance toward the island, in every tale told by firelight, and in every wound that refuses to fade. And for the world, the island stands as a silent testament to the dangers of human arrogance. The lesson is clear, echoing far beyond Jidoku's shores. When we ignore the wisdom of nature, we risk unleashing forces we cannot control. On Jidoku Island, terror was unleashed, not just by the snakes, but by the choices that led to chaos. The jungle reclaimed what was lost, and the village faded into memory. But the true horror was not the snakes. It was mankind's refusal to listen to nature's warnings. In the end, Jidoku Island reminds us that humility, respect, and caution are the only ways to truly coexist with the wild.